Again, we're seeing a lot of cards that were hot a few weeks ago falling into their new price points. But there are some other things going on this week in the market too. This video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. Right now you can pre-order Modern Horizons 3, Universe Beyond Assassin's Creed, Bloomburrow, or find a vast number of other great products on their website. Remember, shipping is free in the US if your order is over $100 or consists only of singles. Just look in the description or the comments section below for direct links to their site. Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another edition of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch, where today we're looking at the top 10 coldest Magic cards of the week. These are the cards that are losing some value. Our criteria for our top 10 is twofold. We're looking for a percentage decrease in the value of these cards, but we're also looking for a true decrease in the number of sales from week to week. Quickly before we get into the top 10 though, I just have one quick thing. I want to say thank you to one of our silver patrons, and that is Joseph. Joseph, thank you so much for your support on Patreon. I couldn't do this without viewers like yourself, and I truly appreciate all your support for myself and the channel. Thank you so much, Joseph. And now, without any further ado, let's get into it. Coming in at number 10 is Court of Vantress. It goes down $1 to $7 for a 13% decrease. This is one of the Wilds of Eldraine Commander cards that could be found in set boosters. Along with other Courts and Grixis colors, we saw this moving up pretty big recently, because you know what? They all have upkeep triggers. You may remember that a card from Outlaws of Thunder Junction had players and speculators clamoring for cards like this. The card I'm referring to is Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. Many Commander players have been building around Obeka, but now that Modern Horizons 3 is about to release, we are seeing attention shifting off the Upkeep Matters cards as players move on to other things like Eldrazi, for example. This week, Court of Vantress moves down, but it is still more expensive than it was prior to the spike that began at the end of March. Our number 9 card is Court of Embereth. It goes down $1.11 to $8.68 for an 11% decrease. Another one of the Wilds of Eldraine Commander cards that was found in set boosters. It was number 11 on the hot list 4 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, it landed at number 3 on the cold list. 2 weeks ago, it was number 5 there. And last week, it was number 8. Still remains on the cold list this week. Recently, this gained some steam as an upgrade to the Fallout Hail Caesar Commander deck, while other players decided to put it in fresh builds around the front-facing Commander from there, Caesar Legion's Emperor. It also was seeing more Commander play and builds around a card from Outlaws of Thunder Junction's The Big Score subset that is Loot the Key to Everything, but you know why Court of Embereth and other Courts and Grixis colors like our number 10 card have been hot recently. It's because of the popular Obeka, Splitter of Seconds from the main set. Players and speculators have been all about good Upkeep Matters cards, and Court of Embereth was no exception. This week, though, it continues to retract as the market moves on to newer cards and strategies. Coming in at number 8 is Jace Reawakened, down $1.23 to $5.63 for an 18% decrease. The combo between this new card and Valki God of Lies led to them both seeing modern play in a few builds, including Grixis Control, for a little while. But now I don't see this showing up much in Modern since the meta has had a chance to counter it. In Pioneer though, you do see the combo of this and Valki and Dimir Control and Dimir Midrange, while in the Commander format, the new Jace is showing up in some different builds old and new, like Kellen the Kid for example. The bottom line though is that Jace is not seeing the same amount of play it was seeing a few weeks ago, and a lot of packs of this set have been opened since then too, so it trends down. Our number 7 card this week is Bonehorde Dracosaur. This goes down $1.39 to $11.26. That's an 11% decrease. This card has been getting some play in a couple formats. In Standard, it's typically a 4 of Anaya Dinosaurs, and in Commander, it has seen increased play around a number of new cards. Loot the Key to Everything from Outlaws of Thunder Junction's The Big Score subset. Bonehorde Dracosaur is in builds around a couple cards from the main set as well. Roxanne Starfall Savant, and wait for it, Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. Bonehorde has an upkeep trigger, so this shouldn't be too surprising, but like I've been saying, a lot of the cards that have spiked because of Obeka are relaxing now as the market moves on. Our number 6 card this week is Hostile Investigator, down $1.55 to $10.41 for a 13% decrease. This is from the Outlaws of Thunder Junction's The Big Score subset. It was number 7 on the hot list 4 weeks ago, then it hit number 1 3 weeks ago, only to find itself at number 4 on the cold list 2 weeks ago. Last week it was number 6, where it remains this week. Now this is seeing a lot of play in Standard and Pioneer. It's in those popular Golgari mid-range builds in Standard, but it's also in other mid-range decks in the format, like Dimir in Mono Black. In Pioneer, it's showing up in Mono Black discard decks, which are seeing a lot of play. It's in Commander a little bit too, sometimes you see it in Turgid God of Fright, for example. Ultimately though, Standard Golgari midrange and Pioneer Mono Black discard were the key drivers. Now, however, it is moving down off the big spikes as more copies hit the marketplace. It is a card to keep an eye on long term though, and it's still much more expensive than it was pre-spike. Alright, before we get to the top 5, just a quick reminder that this video is sponsored by Flipside Gaming. Check out flipsidegaming.com for all your gaming needs. They have a ton of MTG products on there and other things as well. Currently, you can pre-order Modern Horizons 3 products there. You can also now pre-order Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond Assassin's Creed products, as well as Bloomburrow. Remember, if your order is over $100 or it consists only of singles, shipping will be free in the United States. And if you're looking for a direct link to their site, just check out the description or the comment section below. I have them in both of those places. And now, without any further ado, let's look at the top 5. Coming in at number 5 is Cave-In. It goes down $1.62 to $3.38 for a 32% decrease. This is an older card that is yet to be reprinted, and it was moving up recently due to the pre-modern format. You see this sometimes in sideboards there, and it is in some bigger decks in the format, like Madness, for example. Now, though, copies are sitting in the marketplace as demand for the card is being met, resulting in some decline. But Cave-In is still more pricey than it was at the start of February. Coming in at number 4 is Power Fist, down $1.83 to $8 for a 19% decrease. This was our number 5 coldest card last week, and it's from the Fallout Mutant Menace Commander deck. It's been in fresh builds around a couple cards from there, the front-facing Commander, the Wise Mothman, as well as Agent Frank Horrigan. Players were also using this in Commander decks around a card from the Fallout Scrappy Survivors build, Kate's Cage Brawler. More recently, though, there's been Commander players putting this in decks around Felix Boots from Outlaws of Thunder Junction's Grand Larceny deck, and in decks around Bristly Bill Spinesower from the main set. Ultimately, though, again, we see the market moving on, and a card that was once hot loses some value. However, like a lot of cards on our list today, Power Fist is still much more expensive than it was upon its release in March. Number 3 is Court of Locthwain, down $2.36 to $10.49. That's an 18% decrease. Our third Court of the week is our number 3 coldest card, but 2 weeks ago it was a number 1. Last week it was a number 2. It is another one of the Commander cards found in Wilds of Eldraine set boosters, and it too was hot recently. Some wanted it to upgrade the Outlaws of Thunder Junction Grand Larceny Commander deck. Others grabbed it for fresh builds around Gonti Canny Inquisitor from there. The court was making it into Commander decks around a card from the main set too. Of course, that was Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. By now, you know that Obeka was the main reason Court of Locthwain was spiking a few weeks back. Like I've been saying, the market is moving on, and there are a lot of extra copies of this and some other Grixis courts up for sale. It's still more expensive, though, than it was at the start of April. Coming in at number 2 is Deranged Hermit from Urza's Legacy. It goes down $8.99 to $51 for a 15% decrease. This reserve list card gets a little Commander play. You see it in Chatterfang Squirrel General builds at times, but it also sees a good amount of play in the pre-modern format. At the end of the day, though, this is a reserve list card, so it is sometimes the target of buyouts and sell-offs. This feels like a sell-off. And finally, coming in at number 1 is City of Traders. It goes down $58.48 this week to $3.89. That is a 13% decrease. Our number 1 card is also on the reserve list. You see it in some Commander builds like Carrick, Son of Yawgmoth, for example, and we know that card is getting reprinted in Modern Horizons 3. City of Traders is also a big legacy card, though. It's in the popular Mono Red Prison builds, and it's in a ton of other long-term decks too, like Painter, Patchwork Stompy, Boros Initiative, The Epic Gamble, Sneak and Show, Mystic Forge Combo, Creative Technique, Ruby Storm, and more. Plus, it does get some pre-modern play as well, but like I said about our number 2 card, you do have to take into account that this is a reserve list card, and it looks like we may be seeing a sell-off here as well. Although, with more copies entering the marketplace at a cheaper price, you may see some people buy these up quickly and they could disappear again. Alright, with that being said, that does it for this episode of the Magic the Gathering Market Watch. Now, if you want to know which cards are hot right now, the ones that have been moving up in value, check out the video we put out yesterday where we covered the top 15 hottest Magic cards. Until next time though, hey, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks for watching. This video is made possible through the generous support of viewers like you on Patreon. Check out the description below for links to our Patreon page as well as our Amazon affiliate store, where a small percentage of all sales will also help support the channel. Finally, if you haven't had a chance yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the new videos on Heroes and Legends. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.